Welcome to another episode of We Reacts, cause that's what reacting we. And I'm just the host number 3. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Breaking news. They locked up a kid my son's age for the killing of YBC Duel. Before we start this, big shout out to Hookahs Anonymous, one of the GOATs in this genre. Shout out to him.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/hookahAnonymous_. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines, and we'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at hookahAnonymous_ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, it looks like the police has been working pretty fast in Philly because they already found the suspect, or the person that they are accusing of being the one that actually unalived Mr. Disrespectful himself, YBC Duel. Now they're saying that a 16-year-old by the name of Aiden Waters was the one that took his life in the drive-by shooting that we all seen on surveillance camera, where a car pulled up basically alongside YBC Duel in the car that he was in.
I think the people who really did it just got him going down for it to take the charge, cause he ain't gonna get as much, in my opinion.
And then they fired shots into it very quick, and then they sped off. It's been rumored that the car that they used for the whole situation was burned later on that night, and they did leave a little bit of ballistic evidence behind, and I'm assuming they used that evidence to actually track the 16-year-old down. Now it is kind of crazy because I always wonder, how do they go about finding these suspects if it was really little to no evidence that was left behind. Now I know they did say it was a little bit of ballistic evidence left in the car, but like I said, we were still never told what those ballistics actually were.
Might have been a can of soda, a cigarette, a blunt, a roach, something that they ate, something.
And if you going off the surveillance camera that we seen, you really can't see who did what. So it's always interesting to see how they got their leads on who they think the suspects actually are.
Yeah, 'cause even if they told Shorty go take the case, he could wind up beating this charge at trial. They ain't got no other evidence but that alone. How can y'all say that I did this? How? When you go to trial, they have to prove you guilty by reasonable doubt. There's no way that y'all can say that I did it. On the camera, it's a car pulling up and hands sticking out. How did I do it? So
Now the news just dropped about why they feel that this man was the one behind the demise of YBC Duel. So I'm just going to read the article that's been put in the Inquirer coming out of Philly, so y'all can pretty much just get the gist of it. From what they're saying, they making this kid seem like he is the Grim Reaper himself. They saying that he was already involved in a bunch of shootings. I don't know if maybe they was investigating him before, and then that's how they came across him doing this to YBC Duel. Who knows? But according to them, he actually has a couple bodies under his belt that they know about. But we're going to get into the article and everything that they're saying they're accusing him of. But before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button.
that's crazy. He got a couple. My son is 16. He be 16 September 22nd.
So we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Now the article straight out of the Inquirer will say, quote, a 16-year-old has been charged with the murder in the high-profile unaliving of a West Philadelphia gang leader and rapper, as well as multiple shootings across North Philadelphia last month. Aiden Waters is accused of unaliving 2 people and attempting to seriously injure or unalive 8 others within just 5 days in August, according to court records. Among those police
He was on timing.
say he unalived is Abdul Vix, a 25-year-old rapper and the head of a West Philadelphia-based gang known as the Young Bag Chasers, or YBC. Vix, better known as YBC Duel, was unalived in a drive-by shooting in Albany on August 23rd. Police say Vix had just picked up a friend and was driving down the 5500 block of North Fairhill Street around 3:30 p.m. As he slowed at a stoplight, a white car drove up alongside him and 2 passengers fired multiple rounds into Vic's vehicle before speeding off. Vix was struck multiple times in the chest and hand. His friend rushed him to Einstein Medical Center, where he died just before 4 p.m. Police said they recovered the shooter's getaway car on the 6900 block of North 15th Street later that night. The car had been burned, they said, but detectives recovered ballistic evidence inside. Just days before,
Let that be a lesson to the next folks who gonna slide and don't burn the car fully. Bro, blow that shit up. Stop putting the gasoline on the outside of the car. Put that shit all in the inside of the car. What you mean? You never watched movies before? Fill up mason jars full of gasoline, folk, and leave it in the car if you gonna set the car on fire. So then the glasses could explode in the car and get rid of everything. You not getting rid of everything. This is how the young boy got caught up. God forbid he start talking. If he stand on business, he'll be the only one. And like I said, it's he can beat this. He can beat this. I ain't even gonna lie, cause how? I was in that car, so what? I didn't do that though. Yeah, so what? Y'all got ballistics. I was in a fucking car. I got a ride. I'm not telling you I got a ride from. You want to send me to jail for that? But I didn't kill nobody. Now, y'all don't have me on camera killing nobody. I don't got no weapon, nothing. So, oh,
that, police said Waters was involved with 2 other shooters nearby. Around 2:30 a.m. on August 19th, he's accused of shooting into a car full of teens on the 200 block of East Duncannon Street, according to records. 2 16-year-olds were shot, including one who was fatally struck in the head. For that crime, Waters has been charged with murder, arson, causing catastrophe, conspiracy, and gun crimes. He also faces 5 counts of attempted M for the attack on a teen who was struck and survived, and the 4 others who were in the car at the time of the shooting but were not shot. Waters have also been charged with a shooting just
he been shooting up cars, huh? Full of people in it.
hours earlier, the records show. Around 9:50 p.m. on August 18th, police said he opened fire on 2 people on the 500 block of Center Street in Longcrest. A 43-year-old man was struck in the abdomen and a 14-year-old was shot in the leg. Both survived. For that, he faces charges of attempted M, aggravated assault, conspiracy, receiving stolen property, and related crimes, records show. Waters remained in custody, held without bail, after being arraigned early Friday morning. The charges come just 2 weeks after Vix was unalived, a death that shocked many, from young people who listened to his music to law enforcement who had been monitoring his whereabouts. Now I'm gonna leave it there because they didn't really say too much. It was just an article basically stating that he's gonna be arraigned and whatever the case may be. Now a couple of things stuck out to me when it comes to this article, because pretty much they allowed this 16-year-old to raise hell because it seems like they was already aware of the things he was doing around the area or just the neighborhood, period. And they also mentioned
All this information on him. Yeah.
that they knew of and was tracking YBC Duel's whereabouts. So I don't know why it took them this long to actually find the suspect in the whole situation. And I don't know why they was aware of the 16-year-old and everything he was doing as he was terrorizing his neighborhood and still allowed him to do so. They said this kid was just 16 years old and he was accused of unaliving 2 people and attempting to seriously injure or take the life of 8 others within just 5 days in August.
He took 2 lives and shot 8 people in 5 days
Alone.
He's a beast.
And keep in mind, that's just the stuff that they got on him. That's just the stuff that they know. Just
Yeah, imagine the shit they don't know about.
imagine all the other stuff before August, before the summertime, before whenever that he did that they don't even know about. But the thing that gets me is it seems like they already had knowledge of this 16-year-old who was on the loose. So why was he able to continue doing what he was doing? Maybe if they would have nipped it in the bud and arrested him a little earlier, then maybe YBC Duel would still be here.
Feel me? I'm gonna clip it right there. Damn. Until the next one, man. I'm gone.